Very happy here, not just to come and present the comments of His Excellency the Governor Sakaja, but also to spend a little time with people in the field of technology and to hear new things that, like I've just heard about the kind of innovative ideas and actions that you're now taking in that space to support people to create wealth, to create businesses, to create livelihoods. It's a great time to be here, and it's a great time that you've had this opportunity to participate with us. So without we go through the comments by His Excellency Governor Sakaja, who was not able to come and join us today, but he fully supports this initiative and is happy about the things that we've done so far. It is a pleasure to see so many innovators here today, and a pleasure, as always, to be joined by our most generous partners, Mozilla. Ladies and gentlemen, when you gave me the honor of leading this city, this county, you asked for an administration that brought order, that brought dignity, that brought hope, and brought opportunities for all. That's what we have to do. One thing we must do is quite simple. We must get better at innovation in ICT. There are several reasons for that. ICT makes a difference to every other priority sector in which we hope to see change in. We recently signed an MOU of cooperation under which Mozilla promised not just to support our Africa Mradi Innovation Week, but also to help us establish the incubation centers I mentioned, among other things. I want to thank the Mozilla team for your extraordinary generosity. Asanteni sana. I look forward to even deeper cooperation in support of Kenyan startups. These are innovators whose energy and invention will create new opportunities, not just for Nairobi, not just for the country and for the continent, but for the world. Let me just say, I look forward to the day when you give us Nairobi's first billion-dollar startup, and to the day when the world uses innovations dreamt up right here in this city. Let's get to it, Nairobi. Nairobi, lazima iwak. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Decided the best thing to go about it is to look at an approach that separates us from what other big tech companies are doing. So building with and not for. So partnerships and collaborations are extremely important. We do not want to come and tell you, oh, here's an app, or here's a product. Let's take it and drop it in Kenya and try to make profit. We want to have new products coming from this continent that can scale up. And we all know how our continent is. And so to understand that society, we recognize as Mozilla with a lot of humility that we do not. And the only way we can understand that society is by working with our partners on the ground. As we say, vitu kwa ground is completely different. And that's why we're here today, to listen to these young people. They have really brilliant ideas. In fact, I would want to support all of them. But one thing for sure is, even those who do not win, we're going to take everybody together. We are not leaving anyone behind. We've been working with the government of Kenya, for example, the Communications Authority. We are building something called our Open Telecom Data Initiative that's going to be able to pinpoint where infrastructure is, where fiber optic cable is, so that we can all see where the gaps are. We are here for the long term. Yeah, we are not, we don't want to be a one-time wonder. So we are here for the long term. We want to work with innovators. We want to support people in this continent, starting with Kenya, because as I mentioned, the continent is really massive. So you have to start small, fast do, where, I'm more comfortable. Kenya, where I come from, home, my home. And so we'll work in Kenya first, and we just recently launched a partnership with the greatest marathoner of all times, Eliud Kipchoge, who's going to be, he's a Mozilla champion, who's going to be working with us to champion a lot of these initiatives. Smart Africa, that is the Smart Africa, Transform Africa, and the Minister of Zambia heard what Mozilla has been doing, and there goes the next place. You know, so we were invited by His Excellency the President of Zambia and the Minister to actually go and collaborate with them with the same thing we're doing, the same initiatives you're doing here in Zambia.